So we just watched an amazing demonstration on how they rescue victims of severe car accidents. I'm standing here with the mayor of Avon Lake and the assistant fire chief, John. Can you tell us your last name? Rogers. John, how long have you been the assistant chief of the fire department here in Avon Lake?
About 4 years, I think. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about this demonstration that we just witnessed?
We just wanted to show what the JAWS equipment can do to a car that's overturned or any kind of car that's wrecked, and we can't open the doors or get into the car or get the people out in ordinary ways. And at that time, we wanted to show that we can use the spreaders and the cutters, gain access to the person in the vehicle, extricate the person from the vehicle, and then be on our way.
So it's literally the JAWS of life, right?
That's what they've been called, and I think that was an original brand name of the Hearst tools, which manufactured the JAWS of life, and but we call them just hydraulic extrication tools. But JAWS of life are what they're commonly known as.
So how long does it generally take for one of these rescue operations to be performed?
I think if you'd seen what we had done here, I believe it took about 10 to 15 minutes. And it's not just going after the car with the tool and cutting it and spreading the doors open and everything. We start by stabilizing the car. We try to get immediate access to the person inside so we can stabilize any life-threatening injuries they have. And during that process, then the guys on the heavy rescue unit, they're getting the tools out and they're starting to cut on the car in a way that they can extricate the patient.
So how many of these operations do you generally have to perform in a year?
Well, fortunately, we don't have an interstate that goes through Avon Lake, so the JAWS themselves, we probably will use maybe a half dozen times throughout the year. And they're not just to cut open a car, but for instance, if we had somebody underneath the car here, we can stick the spreaders right under that point and spread them to lift the vehicle up also. So they're not just to cut open a car.
When was the last time that you had to use it, or what was like the most significant memory that you had of using the JAWS of life?
Well, we had a car that was in a head-on collision, and it had damaged the car to the point where none of the doors were accessible. It wasn't on its roof like this vehicle is now, but because of the damage to the vehicle and the type of vehicle it was, it took what was on our end we thought took a lot of time to do what we needed to do, because. And that was probably, and we got access, we got the people in the vehicle, the medics in the vehicle, and then it was just a matter of getting an opening big enough to bring a person out of the vehicle on a backboard, so we're protecting their spine the entire time. So.
John, thank you so much for all that you do. This was a wonderful demonstration. I've never seen it before, so I learned something new today, and we really appreciate it.
Very good.
Mayor!
Yes, ma'am.
How are things?
Oh, today they're just wonderful. This is a beautiful day, and this has been an incredibly successful. Big trucks. We thought we should have called it bigger trucks because it's bigger and better than it's ever been before. And great turnout, and the enthusiasm, not only on the part of the people coming to see the vehicles, but also the people who have helped put this on. It's great. The police and fire departments, along with the public service department, do a great job of putting this together, and they're obviously very proud of it, as they should be.
Did you get a chance to watch this incredible demonstration here?
I did. And I also remember the request coming from Chief Herner that we had old equipment that was in need of replacement, and I believe the tool set is over $25,000. I think it might even be close to $30,000. And of course, we have to make financial decisions. At the same time, we have to also make decisions on protecting the public and public safety. So we decided it was time. And what I learned from Chief Herner is the newer vehicles are made of steel that are of different consistency than the old steel. So the old equipment wasn't working as well because this metal is different. It may be more flexible. At the same time, it's more difficult to cut. So you've got a different process needed. And these new pieces of cutting, the JAWS of life, as you said, now work much better than what we had before in many ways. So we have to make a lot of decisions financially, but we knew this one was very important, and we did replace them. And now, as Assistant Chief Rogers will tell you, they've had a number of training sessions the last couple of weeks. So the full complement of the fire squad has had experience doing this with the new equipment.
Well, it sounds like money well spent. Thank you so much, Mayor.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you for coming out.
Absolutely.